Now we'll move to second reading on two ordinances. Mr. Playfair's absence.
Kelly would actually do the honors of the actual reading of the title.
The second reading of Ordinance 310, an ordinance of the Tri-County Metropolitan Transportation District of Oregon, increasing base fine amount, updating regulations governing conduct on district property, and amending TriMet Code chapters 28, 29, and 30.
Thank you, Mr. President. Board members, before the vote, let me just highlight, we talked briefly about this last board meeting. There are really two changes that are important. There are some housekeeping issues, but two important. One is that we have been slow in updating our maximum fine that may be, in fact, levied. The current maximum fine amount is $115 for infraction of the TriMet Code. That is being proposed to go to $175. It is still well below the maximum fine that can be allowed for under state statute. We think that's about in the right area to be assessed to it. I also might note, just from an administrative standpoint, the state legislature did tack on a special administrative charge. This has never been something we see as a moneymaker. It isn't. It's in fact a money loser from an administrative cost standpoint. But it is purposely aimed at becoming a deterrent, and it has to be at a level that does provide proper deterrence. That is what we are providing for here. The second change, and it's really just to be able to make clear in our rules and regulations around different wheeled vehicles, and to be able to highlight the fact that two-wheeled transportation devices, including the newer three-wheel devices, are still covered, not just the four-wheeled mobility device, but this is around new types of vehicles such as the Segway and others. Make sure that we are able to regulate those. Again, if they are used for a mobility device associated with a disability, it's clear that they may be used. It's another thing if in fact it's really a personal transportation device and the kind of conflicts it can cause on our vehicles. So with that, we have to answer any other questions, but this is the second reading and would be required a roll call vote.
Okay. Mr. Chairman.
Yes.
Yeah, just, where does that $100 go in that part, Brett, that I was reading through this, and it says that will reduce TriMet's per citation revenue from $60 to $15 under the old one on $115. Who gets the 100?
The state.
The state, yeah.
Actually, it's more than just a state. There's some administrative cost. But the surcharge that the 2009 legislature put in was, it goes straight to the state's general fund.
It goes to the state.
Okay. Call for the motion.
Move for approval.
Second. Call for the vote.
Board Member Van Beveren?
Aye.
Board Member Lehrbach?
Aye.
Board Member Schweitzer? Aye. Board Member Williams?
Aye.
President Passador?
Yes. Ordinance is approved. Second reading, ordinance number 311.
Second reading of ordinance number 311, an ordinance of the Tri-County Metropolitan Transportation District of Oregon, amending Chapter 14 of the TriMet Code to revise the definition of net earnings from self-employment.
Don't you dare ask a question on this.
Just a brief comment on this, if I may, President and board members. Each year, we want to make sure that we don't confuse people by having a slightly different definitions for approaches in the tax code. Consequently, and you cannot do this prospectively, you can only do it after the fact. We change our rules to be able to reflect IRS rules, so there just isn't anything different. And you wish you could just say, can we just do this prospectively? And the answer is the authority has to be taken against the specific changes that have already been made in the case by us.
Okay, I want Mr. Lehrbach to make the motion.
I will make the motion, Mr. Chairman.
I second. Mr. Williams is second. All right, motion second. There'll be no discussion. Call for the vote.
Board Member Van Beveren? Aye. Board Member Lehrbach?
Aye.
Board Member Schweitzer?
On the question.
Board Member Williams?
Aye.
And Board President Passador?
Yes. Ordinance is approved. And there it is. for the record, there was no one that asked to speak to these issues in public hearing. So I formally close the public hearing. We have a public forum.
Oh, excuse me. Go ahead.
And so with that, I will, if there's no further formal business before the board, we'll close the board meeting, and I'll open the public forum.